Well, this is Pat Walker, Mission Winners. Hope everybody's doing well. And let's go in here and just take a look. Frame up the bigger picture first before we get down to the fine-tuning areas. Major themes in the indexes. Where's the money going? Where's the money flowing away from? That helps guide us. Here we go. ARK Innovation. It's hanging in there. I mean, it's below the falling 50-day. That's a slight negative. This is the IBD breakout opportunity ETF. It trades very thin. Extremely thin. Be careful with that. Note something. It gapped up and closed right near the lows for the day on Friday. That's a slight negative. Cloud computing closed down just a little bit on a pickup in volume. Needs to get above these tops right here, folks. Really preferred to take out Friday's highs with real volume, good volume. And again, it gapped up and closed down on a pickup in volume. Some selling right there. Energy's still grinding up, but it closed near the lows also on Friday. Dow Jones Internet closed up in the top third of its range, below where it opened. But, you know, it's kind of working up a little bit. IBD 50, look at this, gapped up and closed down. Please know this. I love stocks. I love the stock market. It's hunting in a gold mine. But I don't like when something gaps up and closes near the lows on a pickup in volume. Gold miners here, gapped down and it closed up near the highs. That's a plus. Needs to go above these tops here on gold miners. GDX, similar situation. By the way, it's below the 200-day. Be careful with that. Gold, this got spanked on Friday. Look at that gap down. That's why you have to be careful. By the way, note something. Look what it did. It rallied up on good volume, less volume here, right up at the 200-day. You've got to watch the 200-day. Why? Oh, I can point out a case right here. Excuse me. Right here, it wrapped up to the 200-day and dropped. Right here, it reversed down off the 200-day. It moved over the 200-day and then started to fall. It gapped up above the 200-day and it gapped down. It ran up to the 200-day and it fell. It ran up to the 200-day and fell. I could write a song about that, can't I? Anyway, the point is this. Be careful. Watch it in relation to the key moving averages. Cybersecurity is acting okay. Nice to see that kicking up. Biotechnology. What does this tell you real quick? Be careful with biotech, folks. The air is better above the rising 50-day. It's below the 200-day. Nothing special there. Online retail, lagging. Nothing going on there. North American technology closed in the top third of its range. Less volume. Technology, though, it's above the moving averages. We like that. Near all-time highs. Technology. Remember that. Medical is lagging. Mid-cap gapped up and closed near the lows. Not the best chart, folks. Ran up right near old tops. Would be nice if this formed a little handle and then took out. Home builders below the falling 50-day. Look what it does. Everybody knows about the 50-day. Rallies up to the 50-day and reverses down. Needs to get back above the 50-day. Be careful with that. MAXLIST stocks closed right near the highs. Starting to show some more leadership. There's power in that statement there, folks. Small caps gapped up and closed near the lows. Negative. Airline stocks lagging. Nothing going on there. Regional banking gapped up and closed near the lows on a pickup in volume. Selling there. Selling to that. Needs to get above these tops. Good to remember. Mid-cap closed up. But note this. Note the open. Note the high. Note the close. Close right near the lows. That's a negative. Needs to start showing some strength. Oil services trending up nicely. Oil services, something to look into. Online retail still lagging. PAVE. Let me go here real quick. Hold on a second. U.S. infrastructure, right here, gapped up and closed down a little bit, but infrastructure related. It's above the 50-day. It's something to watch going forward. Software is still lagging. Inverse ETF fell hard on Friday. What does that mean? Look at that, the NASDAQ 100. I love these big NASDAQ stocks. Look at that. Now, what's it need to do? Get over the 50-day. QQQ, same situation. Push back over the 50-day. That would be nice to see. And we talked about this. VIPs knew this. Got a higher low here, folks. See this right here? It was a higher low. I even marked it. And boom, boom, off to the races. That's sweet. QQQ, same situation. Inverse ETF, nothing. Look at that. Cloud computing. Another cloud computing ETF. What does that tell you? What has it told us? Hey, you might want to look at some cloud computing stocks. There you go. I like it. I think it's kind of cute. Cloud computing, SKYY. I think that's kind of neat. I like that. Silver's a little bit tarnished. Okay, that's dad humor. Steel, lagging, nothing going on there. Semiconductors picking up a little bit, but needs to get over the 50-day. All right? Same thing's true with this one. Look at this. It gapped up and it closed below where it opens. Met with some selling. Needs to get back over the 50-day. Spiders pushed above the 50-day. There we go. Remember that. I'll say it again. Spiders pushed above the 50-day. SSO leverage, the same situation. Solar needs to get over the 200-day. Small cap, gapped up and closed near the lows. Just a little bit above the 200-day. That's a bad bar, though. This needs to show some life. By the way, note this bar. You think charts don't have memory? Why do charts have memory? Do you know why? Because charts are a reflection of human emotions and decisions. Right here, there were people that bought this and the next day it gapped down. You think there were people that stayed with it? Yeah. And guess what happens? It rallies right back up near their old price. What do you think they said? I'm so happy, Ethel. I'm near my price. I'm selling. And it does this. There you go. Oil, steadily trending. Look at the oil. Aerospace and defense is lagging. Home builders, gapped up to the 50-day reverse down, lagging. Materials, picking up a little bit, but note this, gapped up. It's not the power that we like, but it is above the 50-day. Communications, lagging. Energy, another energy ETF working out okay. Financials, look at that. Financials, it's nice to see financials acting strong. That's a good proxy for the market. Industrial sector picking up a little bit. All right, we'd like to see this. This is not bad. Perhaps a start. Technology. Oh, let me think here. What was the ETF that was really strong? Oh gosh, what was it? It was a Q something. Oh yeah, it was this one. Starting to heat up. There we go. So now let's look at the MAXLIST stocks. Apple, right here. And again, I apologize for this bar. Closed up. It's below the falling 50-day, all right? Better things happen above the 50-day. Just for what it's worth, something to take into consideration. Amazon, we'll delete that bar. Amazon, look at this. This was on the key list for buy on Friday, and some VIPs bought it. Look at that move. Isn't that nice? And what did it have? A higher low. This low is higher than this low. That's it. And it closed on Thursday just below the 200-day. Big number. The 50 days are big numbers. The 200 days, big numbers. The 21 EMA, big numbers. And look what it does on Friday. Gaps up and boom, off to the races. And look at that. They voted. Alibaba, there's nothing here. Okay? It's lifting, but there's really nothing here. Leave it alone. BIDU, this is a bad data bar. It's below the falling 200. Folks, there's really nothing special with that. Leave it alone. Facebook. And again, these are the MAXLIST stocks. Here we go. Facebook. The market's really strong on Friday, and this thing closes down on the pickup in volume. What does that tell you? Leave it alone for now. There's nothing going on. Google, right here. Here we go. Google closed up. Volume was just a little bit above average. Needs to start pushing above these tops on real heavy volume. We owned this back here. Look at that clean and simple base. Oh, and by the way, it had a clean and simple base entry for buy, and it had a clean and simple base entry for buys here. 3 buys, serious money. Here's the chart today, showing again, and you can see it's lifting, needs some real power. Continue onwards. Goldman Sachs, I'll get rid of this bar real quick. And again, we're just looking at the MAXLIST stocks. Look at that, gapped up through the 50-day on heavy volume and closed. Look at that volume, folks. That's the heaviest volume it's had in months. They voted. That's good. Financial, big financial, something bears watching. MasterCard, compare and contrast. Watch that. This is up, but it's still below the 200-day. Needs to get over the 200-day. That would be important. Microsoft, right here. And again, these are the MAXLIST stocks. I love these stocks. Still working for us. Entry down lower. Where's it going to go? I don't know. A lot of people try to forecast. Oh, well, this is where we'll go. We don't know that. When we accept the fact that we don't know the future, we see the present more clearly and can react with a clear vision on what's going on. Good to remember. Netflix, look at that. In a good market, this gaps up and closes near the lows on a pickup in volume. So what don't we want? We do not want this losing Friday's lows, and we do not definitely want it losing Wednesday's lows. Is that going to happen? We don't know. It'll tell us. But guess what? We'll be ready. So what do? I'll set a price alert right there. Here's NVDA. Fix this real quick. My apologies. Lifting up. following through. Look what it did on Thursday. Look at that volume pickup. You think we're the only people in the world that know about this? Look at that. Boom, off the races. Looks good. We'll let it work and see what happens. I'll put that alert there and there. We'll see what she can do, if she can keep on going. Square. Delete this bar. You got some tops going across here. Right there. Perhaps it will push through there. Now, let's look at this. This is what we teach all the time at Mission Winners. There's resistance at this point. Look at that. It gaps down and drops. Runs up, pauses, drops the next day. Thursday, gaps up, runs up, closes near the lows. What is that telling us? There's a seller in here. There's a seller in here. It needs to get through there with decisive volume. And if it does, that would be a positive. There you go. Tesla. Right there. Look at that. We are down here, and it's working. Folks, a lot of people say, hey, it looks like it's stalling. We're selling. It's going up. I'm selling. Look what it's doing. It's still going up. It was going up. What do? Let it work. Just let it tell you where to go. Yes, did we sell some in the strength? Sure. Guaranteed profits. We're fine. And I like that. So, where's it going to go? I don't know the future. Do you? I mean, really, do you know the future? No, just get in line with this. Trends pay more than all the forecasting. Love it. Clean and simple base entry and a good trend pays. Twitter. Here we go. Let's take a look at this. Let's see if the tweets are helping all of us. No, they're not. Market had a big day Friday. This thing closes down on a slight or about the same average level until this starts pushing over the 50-day with really decisive volume. There's nothing to do with it. Move on. There you go. And then finally, we round it out with Visa. Is Visa charging ahead? It's starting to pick up, all right? But notice this. Resistance, check this out. I'll show you. You think charts are a reflection of human emotions and psychology. Watch this. There you go. Right here. Runs up, drops off. Runs up, drops off. Approaches the line, reverses down. What does it need to do? It needs to really push decisively up through this white line with heavy volume. And until that happens, you got to kind of wait. We don't need to look at a million different things. We just have to look at the best of the best and be ready for it.
Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. We come up with new content nearly every day. Also, check out the videos on the right. YouTube recommends the one on the top, and the bottom one is something we thought you might enjoy. See you next time.